which is gratitude and celebration of the journey. And it's so important that we make the time to honor the path that we've walked. You know, oftentimes when someone does something wonderful, we'll have no problem telling them. But do we acknowledge ourselves with all the bumps, the bruises, the joys, the ups, the downs? Do we acknowledge the path that we take along the way? So we're going to talk a bit about that today and celebrate the path. Whether it was joyous or not in any given moment, it was ours. And it's what got us here. So in such gratitude for that, we've got some wonderful, joyful, grateful gratitude music coming into Thanksgiving this week. And I am grateful to be here with all of you in this beautiful community. So thank you for allowing me. And I didn't even say, I am Gina Colvario Krupka, spiritual director and practitioner here in service. I get so excited sometimes that I miss that. And for those of you that are out on, live, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on New Thought Media Network, we are so grateful that you are here with us, because there is only one, and there is no time and space. There's only now. So in that knowing, I am so grateful. And let's listen to some Karen Drucker. I am so thankful to be here with all of you. And I also want to say thank you to the beautiful Karen Drucker, who was on my Joys and actually Peace Circle on last Monday night. So gracious, so kind, and she does so much for not just Centers for Spiritual Living, but New Thought Centers. She allows us to play her music. She is just so giving of herself. So I am grateful for her, not just her music, but the service and the example that she sets as well. So thankful for that. And we are going to begin with our invocation from the lovely Reverend Valerie.
20, CSL Greater Boston. Those that are here in person, online, let's take a moment to be in the words of Karen Drucker, the words, the energy of gratitude, for we are grateful. And so breathing in that energy of gratitude and goodness, I ask you to please join me in evoking this divine, this universal intelligence, acknowledging that there is this essence, this frequency that is love and peace and joy and harmony that I call God. And it's so much more than that. It is the life that we live and the life that we are that permeates everything and everyone. And it is present right here, right now, expressing through each and every one of us. And so I just give thanks as I stand in the awareness of this divine consciousness. I'm so grateful for everything and everyone that is together in this moment. I'm thankful for our wonderful technology trying to do its perfect thing. And whatever that is, it's going to be okay. I'm thankful for Gina, knowing that her message is blessed as she is blessed, allowing that divine wisdom to flow through her, and that each and every one of us accepts whatever is to be revealed to us from. I'm so grateful. And so I just absolutely let go, allowing the activity of the presence and the power of God working through us and expressing through us, knowing that this service and this message unfolds to its perfection. I give my thanks that it is all said, all done. I let it be so. And please join me in saying, and so it is.
Thank you so much, Reverend Valerie. It was beautiful. And the reading today is actually, I wrote a poem last Thanksgiving because things have been a little different, to say the least, the past couple of years. And there's a lot of emotions that sometimes aren't expressed or acknowledged. And it's so important that we remain present in the presence and in this present moment and honor every aspect of life. And I'd like to share this Thanksgiving poem called Giving Thanks. There's no better time to recognize the grace of divine. There is so much to bless, bountiful dining, and especially the guests. There's traditions, family, health, wealth, and life itself. There are so many memories we create for ourselves. Yet at this time I pause and pray for all that may not see it this far. There are those who are lonely, some with little to eat. There are those missing loved ones for whom memories loom deep. There is more to the story than the name of this day. There's a distance between us, circumstances keeping us away. So I ask myself the meaning of it all. In truth, life itself is the greatest gift of all. And this time apart brings greater appreciation for it all. It may be different this year, and for some extremely tough. It's important to honor and remember nothing's ever truly lost. Divine guides, loves, and leads me home, which in oneness is wherever I may go. So today I choose to look within, celebrate oneness, my strength and power from Him. I choose to remember those that have come before, and that some will celebrate while others are not up for it. I reach out with love to those I cannot see, and my heart is open, for love heals everything. I remember to love and honor myself too. I am grateful for the strength to get through this too. There is no blocking divine's light within me. When I remember to go within, I am realigned and set free. I hold and speak truth regardless of what I may see. I know spirit is eternal, internal, and absolute, and my connection is pure divinity. I'm thankful to remember and celebrate this day, for in truth, the beloved carries and cares for me and all today. Always loving, guiding, and providing in every way. I'm so grateful for this reminder today. Often the best thing to do is simply pause and pray. So in that knowing and in that honoring, I just invite you to recognize during this song all of the things that are gifts in your life. Knowing that I am so blessed. Really be in that place of appreciation of who you are, of where you are, of whose you are.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Yes, so grateful and so blessed. And today we're going to talk a bit about that. This month we've been talking about breathe in the view. And that is exactly where we are. It's not looking for someplace else. It's just breathing in the view and looking around to see what it is that where we are and whose we are and all that goes along with life itself. And today's topic is gratitude and the celebration of the journey. It's not about celebrating life just when we achieve things. It's not about just graduations or weddings and parties and all that kind of stuff for those specific moments and milestones. It's about the everyday stuff, for the things that you've trudged through, for the things that you soared through, for who you are today as a result of all of it. John Bingham said, "The joy is in the journey, not the destination. We have a better chance of seeing where we are when we stop trying to get somewhere else." We live in a society of bigger, better, faster, and more. Doesn't it feel like we're always on the way somewhere? There's always things to do, things that we haven't done yet, things that I forgot about, things that I need to get to. And the truth is, all we need is within. And we say that. We say all is well. We say all of those things. And our head races. And we end up back on the hamster wheel, thinking all the things that I haven't gotten to yet. See, the only time I can ever feel joy, peace, harmony, is in the present. So when I am somewhere else thinking would have, could have, should have, need to, I'm missing out. I'm missing out. And I think this is so perfect. This gives us a choice. It says every single day you make a choice. What are you looking at? What window are you looking out? Sometimes we get so caught up in what it is that we think we need to get to, we miss out. We don't see the view because we're too busy doing. We know that we are living, we are spiritual beings having this human experience. And we are meant to be in that flow of life. We're not human doings, we're human beings. And so often we miss it. We miss it. How many times have we said, if I knew then what I know now? Well, you know now, what are you doing different? I said to my husband this morning, I said, I feel like sometimes I get nothing done. Like I didn't get to anything. And I did a lot. And I could rattle off in my head all the things I did. Yet I felt like I didn't get to anything. These are the lies that we tell ourselves every day, So it's easy for me to appreciate what you do. But do I appreciate what I do? That's not as easy. See, there's a difference between self-care and, grandiose, that feeling of, well, look at me. It's not about that. If we don't honor ourselves, we're teaching our children not to honor themselves. We're telling our friends that what they do doesn't really matter. Why do we hold different people to task differently than we do to ourselves? And not everyone does that. Some are better than others at it. And I don't mean good, bad. I'm not judging anybody. I say it in a way of just loving kindness. The compassion that we show to others, it's important that we experience that ourselves. We lead by example. And it's really important that as, this holiday of Thanksgiving comes around, that we are looking at ourselves and appreciating every step we've taken along the way. Awakening is no longer about abandoning or transcending physical reality to live a spiritual life. It's the fulfillment of our own divine destiny by living the truth of our inner radiance while in earthly bodies. How often have we been in the place of thinking, well, when I get there, then I'll be able to. I call it destination happiness. When I retire, when I do this, then I'll be able to have more time. When the summer gets here, I'll take some vacation time. When this happens. Well, as we walk into the holidays, it tends to speed up. Life speeds up. So I am here telling you, slow down. I am here telling you, be present right now. I have had times in my life as the human doer, years, decades of running. And I had time that I couldn't. And do you know, things happen just the same? I remember thinking to myself, well, how do I do less? I didn't have a concept. Like, who's doing this, and this? How do I not do that? I didn't know how. I really didn't know how to let go of anything until I had a couple of awful surgeries and I couldn't do a damn thing. There's nothing I could do. And I had to learn the lesson the hard way. So that's why I say it so often, because I don't want people to learn how I had to learn. And, the earth spun without me. All the things that I was in, they went on without me. All those things that no one would do, someone did. So it's learning how to put myself in right size in my mind. See, part of it for me was as the caretaker, I judged myself in what I did for you. If you appreciated me and I did something for you, then I was a good person. That's how I judged. It's all I knew. I didn't know that till maybe, a couple of years ago. It's not like I knew this. This has just been an awareness that I've gotten that I'm grateful for. Like, why? Because I asked myself, why would I think that that was all mine? And the answer was because all of my life, anything I picked up, I did all that I could to do it to the best of my ability. And when you're good at things, people will let you do everything. If you're going to take it, okay. As long they can trust that, sure. Have fun. It's less for them. And there's no judgment in that. If life can be easy, why not go that way? And I realized that life can be easy, and I'm going to go that way. And things happen in magical ways. When I follow Spirit's direction, there's easier ways to do things than the trudging I did before. So it's being in that awareness that it's not all mine to do, and that's okay. Michelle Obama said, becoming isn't about arriving somewhere or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as forward motion, a means of evolving, a way to reach continuously toward a better self, the journey doesn't end. Forward motion, a means of evolving. It's not about getting anywhere. It's a means of an evolution within us. Everything we do, every class we take, we're a spiritual teacher. We are here to go deeper within ourselves, and everything that we do keeps us vital and vibrant and thinking in a way that we are in expansion. The soul is learning how to take over the ego to live in peace. That's how I look at it. And in the outside world, it's the opposite. So these practices allow me to have a different experience of life, more peaceful, joyful, celebratory way of living. I don't have to judge my insides by your outsides anymore. I don't have to judge anything at all. And there's the gift, It's about being present in the presence. Deepak Chopra said, "We are divinity in disguise, and the gods and goddesses in embryo that are contained within us seek to be fully materialized. True success is therefore the unfolding of divinity. It is the perception of divinity in whatever we perceive. The eyes of a child, the beauty of a flower, the flight of a bird. When we begin to experience our life as the miraculous expression of divinity, not occasionally, but all the time, then we will know the true meaning of success." So it's not about the outside stuff. The true meaning of success, these are emotions, these are feelings, these are things that unfold. It's that happy life. What does that look like for you? Because it doesn't look like what mine would look like. Every person is different. I was thinking, and it's a random thought that I had this morning. I dreamt of my grandfather and his brother, my uncle. And Thanksgiving, we used to have 30 to 35 people in a 2-room apartment on the 3rd floor in East Boston. I mean, it was wall-to-wall people and like 10 courses. It was crazy, but it was wonderful. So I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about my uncle and the car that he drove. And he couldn't drive by the end. He was in his 90s, and he was living life. Let me tell you, I want to say he was like 93. Still like going to casinos, just right up until COVID. And then he was done. When he couldn't experience life anymore, he was done. And he lived his life. And I thought of his car, as random as it was, he did well for himself. And he was kind to everyone around him because of it. He knew where he came from. His brother, his dad, their dad had transitioned when they were young, and my grandfather took over the family. So he honored my grandfather his whole life. And long after, all of my uncle's life, not just my grandfather's. And he drove an old car. And I thought, this man who bought everything for everyone drove an old car. And I don't know why it hit me this morning as I was driving here, that awareness that didn't mean anything to him. This man, that anyone that went out to dinner with him, he paid. Anything you ever needed, he would help you with. And random strangers he would do that for. He drove an old car. Now, if there's one life that I look at as successful, it absolutely is this man that truly lived his life in joy. And it just dawned on me this morning. It didn't matter to him what he drove. He didn't live a glitzy life. He didn't have anything flashy. But he lived well. He loved hard. And he was always happy. That's the life I want to live. Not his way. I don't mean it that way. But it's one of those things that I never noticed the car he drove. Why would I? Do you know what I'm saying? But I remember what he's done for me, my mom, my family, his grandchildren. and still does. Who do you choose to be in this world? What do you choose to be important? And are you living your life that way? I'm sure we all have examples in our lives of people that, have given in different ways. And we have examples of people that didn't. We've all been to funeral services that were huge and others that weren't. It's not about that to me in any way. As far as I'm concerned, if you have anything you want to say or do with me, do it with me. So once you're gone, it's not about that. Let's play. Let's have fun today. So are we living that way? Are we calling the people that mean something to us? Are we spending the time on what's important? Are we taking that vacation time that we've earned? It's so important that we live well. And not by the means of what the US culture is, but by what you choose it to be. What is your healthy routine? You spend quiet time in the morning aligning with truth so that you have the armor for life, so that we're not distracted by what we walk into. There's so much more than what we see. Ernest Holmes said, everything in the universe is for us. Nothing is against us. We must know that everywhere we go, we need friendship, love, and helpfulness. Life is ever giving of itself. We must receive, utilize, and extend the gifts. Success and prosperity are spiritual attributes belonging to all people. So success is yours. It's already there. Whatever you need, the road is rising to meet you. Do you know that? I picked up something on the way out the door today. I have no idea why. I got this call and grabbed that. I'm like, okay. I don't know why. I'm like, okay. I grabbed that. I'm going to unpack that. So I'm not going to say that I don't take things just in case. But today I was, and I walked in the door and wasn't here 3 minutes before it was something that Reverend Valerie needed. And it was one of those random things. I had no idea why I picked it up. And I sat down and had 3 minutes. And I'm like, this was meant for you. And it's just when we follow that innate direction within us, that's not me. I'm not psychic. But I know that I try to pay attention. And when I'm not too busy, when I'm not too distracted, and I do align, magic happens. I'm in a class, and one of the things that they talked about was there's this classmate with me who sees things from the very scientific, technical side of things. He was a defense lawyer for most of his career. Then he went into politics, and he's very disheartened. And somehow Spirit has called him here as a minister, to be a minister in the Holmes Institute. And he just keeps shaking his head. And I see the calling so clearly. I see it so clearly. That pure heart that is meant to be right here. In every class I've taken with him, I see it so clearly that it makes me smile. Even Jesus picks a tax collector in Matthew. Anything is possible. Transformation. What good is it if you take a good person and make them, see the right way? They were already seeing that way. But when you take someone that only saw the underbelly and you show them the beauty of the wings, they can fly. And they can bring others with them in a way no one else can. So I am so excited for his transformation. And Tony, I'm going to send this out to you because I know the amazing things that you're going to create, because Spirit has called you, as Spirit calls each of us in different ways. But are we paying attention? Melody Beatty, who I absolutely love, she does so much wonderful work. She said, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns whatever we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, and confusion into clarity. It turns problems into gifts, failures into success, the unexpected into perfect timing, and mistakes into important events. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. So, what is your vision of tomorrow? What is your vision of yesterday? Are you angry about things? People, places, circumstances? Do you feel wronged? Because whatever wrong there may have been, pointed you in the right direction. Every door that shut pointed you towards the one that was meant for you. That's why we say this or better. I clearly don't know what's best for me. I can tell you that right off the bat. But you know, Spirit does. And when I go with that flow, I'm not trudging. When I go with the flow, you know, I love Abraham and Esther Hicks. They talk about downstream thoughts. Because when we try to go upstream, we're fighting against the current of life. I'm tired of fighting. You know, I have adult children. How many of us are tired of fighting? You be you. You do you. I love you. And I step away sometimes. That's the best thing I can do for all involved. You do you, and I love you. And I send simple text messages, love you. That's it. Letting you know I'm thinking of you. I can't jump in somebody else's drama pool when they don't even know they have one. It's not my job to fix somebody else's chaos. Been there, done that, didn't even send postcards. But I don't want to be there anymore. And I cannot be in somebody else's drama and have peace at the same time. So I have to choose what is mine today. It doesn't mean that I don't love. It doesn't mean I'm not here to do whatever I can do and what is mine to do. Here's the difference. Without guilt, without all the stuff that we attach. When we are still, we know. Be still and know is my favorite line out of the Bible. Be still and know. Because even praying is talking. But meditation, that quietness, that contemplation, that's where the answers come. So are we paying attention is the question of that. Are we paying attention? With an attitude of gratitude, you'll realize that you already do have it all. Everything you could ever desire is already inside of you. Appreciate it, love it, nurture it enough so it is fully expressed in your life. And that's Ralph Martin. So it's being in that place. Are you nurturing that, or are you telling yourself the other stuff? Bigger, better, faster, more. You know, everything is our experience of it. So it's important to remember Thanksgiving is not just a reactionary emotion. There's a cause and there's an effect. What does worrying get us? More to worry about, right? What do gratitude and blessings give us? More to count. So it is being in that place of knowing and remembering, no matter what happens, no matter what day it is, you know, be grateful for your growth. It happened the way it was supposed to. Be in the possibility of, the magic, the miracle of. Celebrate who and whose you are right here and now. There's no one like you. You're exactly where and how you're supposed to be. And the more that you know that, the more you shine. And boy, does the world need your shine. There's a lot out there that doesn't shine, but it's out there. Don't be distracted by what you may see. There's almost 8 billion people on this planet. Yeah, you turn on the news, you might see even a couple of hundred, but you don't hear about the 8 billion. So much more good. So much more good. So practice that good. Make sure you're looking out the right window, right? Make sure you are, on the bus of life, make sure you're taking in the view. And we do have an affirmation today that I'd love for us to share. If we can read that together. I am grateful in every circumstance, knowing that my good is ever expanding. So, in that gratitude, I wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. And whether you have many people around the table, whether you have any people around the table, you are loved and loved. And I'm going to, on the theme of Thanksgiving, I'm going to bring up the beautiful, I'm going to bring up the beautiful Barbara, who's going to come. We had a little problem with the computer, so she's going to come with this one.
Oh, okay.
We're moving you onto the other side. Okay? You just stay right where you are. I'm just going to move it towards you. Okay? And she's going to talk about what is sacred community, and why is it that whether it's tithing or whatever it is that you give of yourself, your time, your talents, why is it important to you to do that?
Oh my goodness, I could give you 1,000 reasons why, but I'd like to just talk about what really started propelling me into this whole idea of giving and giving to life and giving to my life. And I'd say sometime in the early 90s, I went to an abundance class that talked about how our being able to be abundant had to do with how we were giving in life, the way we talk to people, the way we showed up with anything that we do that is positive and good, the way we help people when they need a ride or whatever it is that may be happening. But I have to talk about what happened to me just a few weeks ago that kind of launched my brain into a whole other pattern of thinking about abundance and gratitude and forgiveness and all this stuff. I was sitting outside. It was a day, it was probably in the beginning of October, and we were still having this wonderful warm weather. And I was sitting outside in the front of my condo and looking at the pine tree that was right in front of me as I was sitting. And I was thinking, oh my God, that is so full of pine needles. And I thought to myself, gee, I wonder if anybody ever tried to count the pine needles on a tree. And I thought, there are thousands. There were literally thousands. And my mind launched into the whole idea of the abundance of the universe. Can you count the trees? Can you count the leaves on the trees? Can you count the blades of grass in your own little plot of lawn? Can you count the pebbles in the sand? Can you count the water, the drops of water in an ocean? There's so much abundance. And I thought to myself, I have really taken on that message. And it began when I went to an abundance class that I was taught to look at my check that I wrote. And in the column where you give the money, say I was writing $10, you write next to it whatever you do for the change. Right on the line, that's fine. God is abundant, draw a line, and then you do, and so am I, but you do it next. It's X God, X is, X abundant, X and X so am I. So it's the three X's, and it really is something that I've continued to do ever since I started. I have done it every check that I have ever written since that first day I wrote the check. And it's really made me be so grateful to see how changes have taken place in my life, in my finances, in my relationships, and in so many things that have happened. So I feel everything that I've learned about the principles and about abundance, about giving and receiving and tithing. And I mean, I could go on and on and on. I could probably tell you many things that I probably said to this choir before anyway, but it won't be repeated on. Anyway, so it's all good. It's all worthwhile. And I feel blessed completely. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. And you walk your talk, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you for all that you give and who you are within our community. You are a gift with a vision, and because of that vision, we are as strong as we are today. So grateful for you. And our beloved Barbara is actually going to be doing our workshop next week. She's going to be giving the message as well as a wonderful workshop. I'm getting ahead of myself, I know. But I just wanted to while she was up here, gratitude as an attitude of living. And it's going to include her musical talents. As an instructor, she writes music. You know, she's just amazing, and she is going to share her secrets with us next week. And that's both for us virtually. If you are virtually at home, you know, you can join in via Zoom. The beauty is that we get to be everywhere, absolutely everywhere, all at once. So I want to anchor this message today in prayer. I'd like to just go within and be right here, right now, present in this presence. Knowing that there is only one power, one presence, one love, one life. This one almighty, absolute joy is the Alpha and the Omega and everything in between, omniscient, omnipresent, and opulent. This one is the very breath I take, as well as the breather. This one. All there is, was, and ever will be. And I know that I am presence. I am that joy, that prosperity, that wholeness. I am that love. And as I know it of me, I know it of each one in our beloved community, each one that may be watching online at any time, anywhere in the world. Each one, whether they're watching or not, is that love, is that inlet of that divine power, is that outlet to the world. And I claim that power right here and now. I claim that knowing. I know that walking into this week, I am graceful. I am filled with the grace of divine. I am grateful. I am filled with the greatness of divine. I am joyful because I am filled with the joy of divine. And in that fullness and in that beauty and in that wholeness and prosperity and joy, I know that of each one, and I claim it as the birthright right here and right now. I know that there is one mind with perfect wisdom, and it is guiding, guarded, and governing not only my life, but all life. And I know that there is a purpose that I cannot see to everything. And I have complete faith in the knowing that Spirit's got this. And that's my life, our community, our beloved spiritual family, our country, and the world. Spirit's got it. And I know that all is well and getting better. So in that knowing, in that joyful truth, I give it off. I set it free, letting the law be the doer, knowing it cannot come back void. I celebrate it in such gratitude. I set it free. I say amen and blessed be. And together we say, and so it is. So I thank you. And if you've been blessed by this message, know that we are here. Circulation comes in all forms. Giving activates receiving. And on that note, we'll go to our sacred giving affirmation. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And there's 3 ways that you can circulate that good as far as financially goes. You can give through PayPal, text giving. All of this information is on our website as well as on our weekly newsletter. So if you haven't signed up for our weekly newsletter yet, please do. And the first announcement I wanted to mention to you is we have fellowship. And right here, cslboston.org. That is our that is our website address. And you can go there and you can sign up for our weekly newsletter, or you can even go on Facebook and it'll direct you there, or to Zoom, there's links there. But join us for fellowships immediately following the service every week. You can click on the link in the newsletter on Facebook, or just go to the meeting code that you see here. We have visioning every Sunday. Every Monday. Monday at noon, we have visioning. And we come together for the highest and grandest vision for Spirit. What is Spirit putting to and through us? What are we in the world? What are we meant to be? What is the next right step? And it is always given in abundance. Also want to mention, CSL has the Spiritual Convention 2022, January 18th to 21st. You can go to csl.org to find out more information about that. And of course, as I had said before, I want to just make sure you're here next week, because Barbara will be doing our message as well as the workshop immediately following. And we would love for you to join us. So thank you. I thank you. We've got a final song, of course, and I love the song. And I believe that the artist's name is Nemo, and it's Daniel Maynard with him. And it is a beautiful message. But I want to make sure you know how loved you are, how appreciated you are in this world. Know that the appreciation of you, by you, brings joy. So I am knowing that. Greater joy, greater harmony in that alignment of what is already there within you. I'm grateful for every step you've taken in your life, for the courage to stand up right here, right now, to be here now, and the knowing of the perfection of it. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you all, hearing from you all, getting your messages all week. Happy Thanksgiving.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
all that
is a gift.
I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for
everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything
All
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Every day I sit and pray cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan, but there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am,
Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, for your continued support. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown Atlanta, for your monthly contribution. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, for your monthly contribution. And Suze Ajit, thank you for your very generous donation. And a special thanks to Hefferland Foundation for your generous technology grant. And a big shout out to all our committed donors.